Everyone's desire is to enjoy a happy and healthy relationship. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the reasons why we don't enjoy those relationships, or some of the reasons why we are not in happy relationships. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is esthernjau. Now, there are so many reasons that people don't enjoy their relationships, and I'm continuously on reading posts on social media of people trying to find advice on what to do. Their relationship is not working. They did this, someone left them, someone did this to them, and we also have had everywhere in the news people killing each other simply because of relationships that didn't work out. Now, in today's video, like I said in my intro, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the reasons why these relationships don't work. And without any further ado, let me just jump straight to my point number one. The number one reason why most relationships don't work is that we try to copy what other people do. Let me give you an example. In the West, Maju, there is this thing: you cannot leave. You must raise your child, whether you're in this relationship or not. And that's why you see they have those baby mama, baby daddy titles. They wamejiaka hizo titles za baby mama na baby daddy. Now you need to understand this. Kenya tujafika hapo. Kenya, you are going to follow that. Utaenda ufanye hiyo kitu ukifikiria this person is going to raise this child. Yes, mtaenda kotini, mtaenda kila mahali, but it will get to a point where you'll get tired of keep on following this person. You'll get tired of kushinda kwa koti. Who wants to waste their time in the court all the time? So the reason why so many people are unhappy is because you want to copy those people, what those people are doing, knowing very well sisi hatujafika that level. Level yao ni another level. They know that this is a law and it must be followed. Do you understand? And maybe they are not as corrupt as we are, maybe, I don't know, but they follow that. They follow that. You find that this person pays child support. Kila mwezi they have to pay for that child support. And here you are, you want to do the same thing, thinking that if this guy walks out, or if this thing doesn't work, this person is still going to pay child support for this child. And that is the reason why you end up so miserable, or maybe you end up so desperate, because this person is not doing as expected. You watched something, you watched a movie, or you thought this person is going to do what you see on movies, and shock on you, it didn't end up the way you expected it to. So the number one reason why most people are hurting in relationships is because you're trying to copy what you see on those movies. Stop copying movies and just deal with real life. Know your person in person. Wacha usitake na kutreat sijui venye Romeo alitreat Juliet, ama venye nani alitreat Alejandro, ama hizo vitu they are just acting. Most of those people are not even married. They are just there for the money. So stop comparing yourself with other people from other countries. Hizo countries may evolve. Si kama sisi, you're still trying to get there. So you compare yourself with those people, you're going to lose it a big time. The number two reason why we are not enjoying our relationships is because we ignore all the red flags. The red flags are always going to be there. Hizi vitu, hakuna mtu ataficha character yake for more than 3 months. Believe you me, itatokea tu somehow. If this person is used to shouting, you are going to know. Along the way, between the time you meet and before the time you decide to settle down, hiyo kitu itakuwa ishatokea. You cannot hide your character for more than 3 months. And you ignore all these things. Maybe you assume, or maybe you think this person is going to change with time. And that is the reason why many people are not happy. You ignore all the red flags and you decide to live with them and only talk about them and only walk away when things are messy, when someone is hurting so bad, when things are not, things cannot be fixed. That is the reason. That is the time when you want to decide, ama nitoke, when you could have left in the first place. So the number two reason is that people ignore the red flags. The other thing is that you're trying to change each other. You are trying to change this guy. This guy is trying to change you, and kuna time mtasikizana. Let me tell you something. I've said this in almost all of my videos. When I talk about relationship, I have to talk about this. You cannot change a person unless they want to change. Even God cannot change you if you're not willing to change. Imagine it is you are creator. Unless you have a willing heart to change, nobody else can change you. So stop trying to change each other. This person is the way they are. If you pick a character that this person has, pick a character that you know you're going to handle for the rest of your life. If they drink, know you're going to handle that. If you can handle drinking for the rest of your life, good for you. If you can handle shouting for the rest of your life, good for you. If you can handle beatings for the rest of your life, pick it. Whatever you want to pick from this person, pick it knowing that you're going to handle that particular situation or that particular thing for the rest of your life. Stop picking it and then in the middle of the journey you are like, stuck here, and you saw it and you are ready to deal with it. Stop being led by love in the first time. Fungua macho na ufungue roho na ufungue kila kitu. Just go learning and go knowing and pick what you can work with, what you cannot work with, and you know for real, me, this one I cannot deal with. Unajijua, uwezi sema, ujui ati kitu utafanya, kitu utawak nayo. Don't go there in the name of this person will change. If a person doesn't change to get you, he's not going to change to keep you. So, don't go there with with that mentality of you're going to change that person. The other thing that make us not enjoy our relationships is that we know the truth, but we still go ahead and ignore it. We know the truth. Let me ask you something. It is as much as what I'm saying or what I want to share with you is old school. You know it is true. You know it's true to not have sex before marriage. Hakuna mtu ajui hivyo, lakini we are in the 21st century where people think having sex with someone is an opinion. I wanted to do it, I am okay with it. You're not okay. You are not okay. You'll not realize you're not okay until much later in life. So, know the truth and follow the truth. The Bible says that you shall know the truth and the truth shall make you free. So, you choose. You know the truth, follow the truth. Or you know the truth and ignore it. So don't say you didn't know, because you know from the beginning, what I'm doing is wrong. Moving in with this guy who has not even said he's with me, ajasema kwa wazazi wako akona wewe, is wrong. Having a child with a person who you know, hakuna commitment, you know it's wrong. So if this person has not shown any commitment, we mwenyewe kwa roho yako, you know you're not doing the right thing, but you still go ahead and do it anyway. So you end up hurting yourself, and you end up even hurting other people. You hurt your family, you hurt your friends, in the process of you being ignorant and you not following what you were supposed to follow. So the other point that I've said is, you know the truth. We always know the truth, but we ignore the truth. If you follow the truth, it shall make you free. The other thing that make people not enjoy their relationships is lack of proper communication. I used to struggle with communication. I didn't know when to say when and what and how. I came to realize there are sometimes you just look at things and ignore. There are things that are not even worth talking about. And there are some things that you need to talk about, but when and how are you supposed to talk about this? So, if you understand the timing and the proper way of saying it, I keep saying or asking something is not a problem. How you ask that thing is the problem. So, before you say that thing, if you are a poor communicator like I used to be, talk to yourself first before you ask that thing that you want to ask. Jiulize kwanza, and then ujijibu, and then before you ask anybody else. Not only in relationships, even other relationships, that your friends, your family, before you ask a question, start by asking it yourself. And jiulize mara kama 3 ama 5. Hivyo jiulize na ujijibu, and then if you see it's worth, unaona ni sawa na ulize in this way yenye hurt mtu, then you can go ahead. Because you find people, let me ask you something. If you find your spouse cheating on you, let's say I'm a cheat leo, and then they know that Ali cheat, and then you want to go to confirm or confront that person that same day. That person have already a defense mechanism, amekugojea umuulize. But if you give it time, and let's say like you let it settle, Just let it settle for a week or maybe for 2 weeks. And then you come and ask this person unexpectedly. That person will be honest and atafunguka cause atakwambia ukweli cause hakuwa ready utauliza hiyo swali. Lakini the moment that you find out and he knows that you found out and then you coming ready to ask this question, that person ameshachora atakusema nini, atafanya hivi, atasema hivi, atasema hivi. But if you give it time, calm down, both of you are calm. This person doesn't even know that you're going to ask this question, and then boom, you ask that question and you ask it in a nice way. You're going to get a proper answer and you're going to avoid hizo issues zote zingerise after that. So communication is very important, very, very important. And I say this, I have struggled with communication, and I can tell you for real, the moment you start communicating in a mature way, things start getting smooth. The other thing is that we concentrate so much on the weakness and we forget the strengths. I don't know how many times I've heard people saying hafanyi hivi, hafanyangi hivi, hafanyangi hivi, all those things, and you forget what this person does. Why don't you start by concentrate on what he does, concentrate on what she does best. Hizo shikili hizo kwanza, and then now hizi zenye afanyi poa, we can work with them later, because the moment you start appreciating this person does this person is good at this person appreciates this, you start seeing the good in person, you'll start liking that person and you'll start appreciating that person more. But the moment umekaa tu ukiona, unajua hakuna mtu, kila mtu, hata mimi niko na ubaya yangu, niko na uzuri yangu, si kila kitu nafanyanga iko poa. I have my weaknesses, I have my strengths. So the best thing you can do is start by concentrating with the strengths. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and we were just talking about friendship. Na kaniambia most of the times unaonanga relationships ama friendship ikikufa ni juu mtu akikwambia kitu mbaya ya mtu, you forget all the other good things and you concentrate on that bad thing that you've heard about that person. And that is the reason why unaonanga watu watu ukosana tu hivyo. And if you ask that person, mlikosana juu ya nini, alinifanyia hivi, and then again go back to the drawing board, uone zile vitu poa zote ashaikufanyia na hii kitu moja mbaya amekufanyia. Yani you weigh them and you find that we are so much willing to give out good things simply because of one wrong thing that a person has done. So you need to concentrate on the positive. Ni sawa alikufanyia hivyo, ni sawa alikuhurt, ni sawa lakini what other good thing has this person ever done to you? What other thing that this person continuously does to you? Because there are things that this person will keep doing, and don't assume that ni right yake kukufanyia hivyo. Just appreciate and just know that this person, just look at the positive side of the other person. The other thing that makes us unhappy is listening to so many advices. You have 1,000,001 advisors. Huyu anafanya hivi, huyu alifanya hivi. You are watching what everybody else is doing apart from what is being done to you. Now let me tell you something. They say all men are the same, but I bet to differ from that. Nobody is the same as the other person. Let me tell you why. They might be the same in shape and in what, and in looks, not looks, in character or those things. But people are different. People are treated differently. People are different. And if you start getting too many advices, huyu amekuja amekwambia mimi nafanyanga bwanangu, nafanyanga bibi yangu hivi na hivi na hivi, and you want to treat your man or you want to treat your lady like what you've had the other person do, not knowing that you're dealing with another character. Unaweza fanyia bwanako hivyo akasirike, na huyu mwingine alifanyia bwanake ama bibi yake hivyo, bibi yake akafurahia. So stop listening to so many advices, stop listening to so many people and trying to compare yourself or comparing your spouse with other people you see on social media. And I said this the last video I made. If your partner is not a social media kind of person, respect that. There are some people who will never post their families on social media. Ata afanyiwe nini. And it's not because they don't love them. It's not because they don't appreciate them. It is because they have decided this is the kind of life I want. My family is private and I tend to keep it that way. So stop listening to so many people. Stop looking for advices from everybody. If you must get advice from people, get specific people who you know you think the same and you reason the same. Stop asking just every Tom, Dick, Dick and Harry, what they do, how they do it, and you want to go and do that in your home. You forget that these are different people. Don't do that. Stop listening to many advices on social media. Kila mahali. Just ask God. Just tell God to lead you. Musema, when God says He'll give you wisdom, and a woman is the one who builds their home. He is not a confused God. He knows. If you ask him for wisdom to deal with a particular situation, he's going to show you the way out. So before you come out here on social media, before you go telling everybody what, have you sorted God's wisdom first? Kindly don't go sharing, don't go comparing your partner with other people. And the last thing that makes us unhappy is we don't follow God's order. God is a God of order. Na mimi nilisema, and I keep saying this, nobody has ever told me to love my husband. The Bible tells me to submit to my husband and my husband to love me. So it is just like that. Yes, we can love one another because God loves us, but don't love and forget to submit, and don't submit and submit and forget to love. Know the God's order of marriage. And I love the fact that my spiritual mom taught me this. I'm still in that journey, because it's not something that you wake up in the morning and decide, from today I'm going to be submissive. It's a journey. You are like this today, tomorrow you're like this. As you grow, as you go, as you learn, you keep on learning in the job, and at the end of the day you become what God created you to be, and you become the wife that God has called you to be. So follow God's order, because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. If you do things your way, you're going to fail. That is one thing that I've come to realize with life. If you do things your way, you're bound to fail. And like I keep saying, don't do and pray. Pray and do. Well, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope this video is going to be of help to you. Share it with your friends. Share it with people you know are struggling in their relationships. And until next time, bye-bye.